So he's walking down the street, he goes into the dentist and his kid keeps gasping, Honda. And the dentist, he goes in his mouth, he says, oh, you have an abscess. And he says, I have an abscess. And the dentist says, abscess make the fart go Honda. But, okay, are you guys ready? All right. You guys missed my dirty jokes earlier, I'm sorry. I used to
Another giant step forward. One more.
Put your right foot in, put your right foot in. Oh, that's later. There's dancing after the show. Did we tell you guys?
We remember this president. sure you have enjoyed every single second of your 2 years of being president. I feel all about it. We actually, too, have enjoyed every moment of that time. In fact, you could kind of say it was the time of our lives. All right, I didn't write it.
Then again, the Schachter kids are more or less adults at this point. All right. Do I have to tell them in advance or are you guys ready? You guys ready? Sweet. Okay. Well, here come the Kaufman, Kirschenbaums, and Schachters. The name of the skit is The Day in the Life of Pam.
Good evening.
Pam Schachter, a gritty early intervention professional working in some of New Jersey's toughest neighborhoods. Loving wife of 31 years. Dedicated mother to Ariella, Miriam, Naomi, and Ben. President of the board of Congregation Beth Hutton. And mother to countless pets. But how does she do it all, this Pam Schachter, and still manage not to scratch anybody's face? To answer this, travel with me to a typical morning in the Schachter zone.
Oh, Chris, I really, really value the financial responsibilities that we have every single morning. And I'm so happy that we're on track to meet all of our financial needs this year. As long as nothing goes wrong in the building, all of the committees come in under budget, and all of the tenants pay their rent on time. Good, great. I will see you tomorrow at the congregational meeting. Bye-bye.
Hi, honey.
I gotta run to work. I just want to let you know, I'm gonna have everybody here at 6:30 for dinner. There's about 16 of us. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, that's no problem at all. Should we have about 5 more minutes for me?
No, I gotta get to work. Maybe later.
Oh, Ben, what would you like for breakfast? I have eggs, I have French toast. What do you need?
Well, Mom, I have to tell you something. You're going to be 80% mad at me, but 20% correct.
Yes.
Well, you know how I represented the Young Democrats at the activities fair the other day?
Yeah, and?
Well, we sort of got to a shouting match with the Young Republicans.
And cut to the chase.
Well, some things were said. I may have mentioned something about golden showers, and someone started yelling about Benghazi, and next thing I knew, I was in the principal's office.
So, am I driving you to school today?
Well, you are the lucky winner of a 5-day driving vacation brought to you by my suspension. But I still need you to drive me to the debate tournament in Alaska next week.
Yeah. Okay. I have 3 meetings today. I have 4 reports to do. I've got the congregational meeting, but first I have a meeting with the rabbi. And Jim's dinner for WNYC tonight. I've got to get Ben to Alaska? Wait, Ben, what? Alaska, okay, I've got to get Ben to Alaska. But you know what? I can do all of this because I read the CBH Congregation Board President's Book of Secrets. And so I am off now to the Congregational Board President cloning device.
So, let's get down and do this! This is fantastic!
Oh, crap. Wrong Congregation Board President. Be right back.
Intermission.
Let me go check on
There's
that.
a costume change happening.
You never know what those two are doing.
This hair doesn't come easily.
I'm so excited to get a lot of work done. Does it really sound like that?
No, you don't, darling. But, you know, you can have the acidic go back if you want.
No. You handle the reports. I'll go do the meetings and site visits.
Sweet.
Hi, I'm Pam Schachter. I'm an early intervention specialist with UNDNJ Rutgers, and I'm here to see Mr. Johnson and maybe Sophie.
That's me. Come on in. Come on in.
Oh,
Excuse the mess. I would really like to see you. I'm worried about Sophie.
oh, well, you know, I do have a reputation of being the baby whisperer of the organization.
Stop.
Well, maybe you should put the bottle in the ring. Baby whisperer for the win.
How lifted is your seat today? Do your arms look like Michelle Obama's arms? Did you do your pretzel?
As close to Michelle's as we're going to get. Make sure you have a bag of kitty litter in your trunk. It weighs down your car and you can use it for traction. It'll come in handy for Gus at some point.
Good idea, Mom.
Oh, Miriam is calling me right now. You two always have a sixth sense about when I'm talking to the other one.
Well, you better not hang up with me and talk to her. I only call you once a week anyways.
Look, she already sent me 3 texts today about her mysterious medical symptoms.
What is it this time?
First she said her cheek felt numb, and the next thing she said she had Bell's palsy. I need to delete that WebMD app from her iPhone.
Well, since you guys are besties and it sounds like she needs you to remind her that she's not dying, I'll let you go.
I
Love you, Mom. Bye.
Stay safe.
Hi, this is Pam. Oh, hi, Myra, what's up? The heat isn't working in the building? Wait, no, there's a congregational meeting tomorrow night and it's below freezing. And the bar mitzvah this weekend. Okay, can Steve fix it? Because if he can't, then we're over budget and we're sunk. Okay, call me back with an update later. Bye-bye.
Hi. Hi, honey.
Hi, sweetie. I hope it's okay, but it looks like we've got 8 more WNYC people coming for dinner tonight.
Okay, we can make this work.
You always do.
Hi, Miriam. What's up?
Mom, I've been texting you all day.
I know, and I'm sorry. I haven't been able to respond.
Fine, I just think I'm having a stroke.
Honey, how was work today?
Well, it was fine. I had 2 trials and 3 emergency hearings.
Okay, so could it be that maybe you're just tired and not having a stroke?
That's certainly possible, but I wouldn't rule out a stroke just yet.
Well, why don't you just keep me in the loop? I'm going to run. I have a lot of work to do. Keep me in the loop as to any updates on your medical condition.
Who else would I call? A doctor?
Hello, this is Pam. Oh, hi, Miguel. Oh, you sound terrible. Are you okay? Oh, you can't come to set up for this weekend's bar mitzvah. Well, I'll make a few calls and see who I can get to come in and do it.
Hi, Naomi. How are you?
Hey Mom, did you finish all the Harry Potter books yet? I want you to read all of them before we go to Harry Potter World.
I know. Well, you know, I had a slight mix-up. You see, because I was reading book 4 in my spare time, but then listening to book 5 while in the car.
Sounds like you're making good progress. I've read all the books at least 3 times, but even I'm impressed with your dedication.
Well, I was making good progress, and then I kind of realized that I was also listening to book 4 in the car. I was wondering why the plot seemed so similar.
Mom!
You know what? Remind me to ask Miriam to do that Alzheimer's test on me again.
Hi, this is Pam. What? The CBH toilets are overflowing? Call John Salami, quick!
Hi, this is Pam. Oh, hi, John. Oh, good. You heard about the toilets? You're there to fix them? Good. I'm so glad you're working on them right. What? The atrium ceiling is leaking?
Hi.
Damn you, Con! Damn you, Dan Castelli!
Wetter. Now, we've all got to love Jim, and we've seen him just a few moments ago. He's got a sharp wit and an excellent sense of humor. On top of that, he's very detail-oriented. I know on his Facebook page. On the day of the winter solstice, he posted, "I'm so pleased to report that the days are now getting longer." All right, factual guy. Plus, he's married to Pam. That's the best part. All right, and Steve Wetter. Who could not know who Steve Wetter is? Our cantorial soloist and our very own kosher ham. All right. Most importantly for tonight, he's known as Cindy's husband. Well, he's always Cindy's husband. All right. But here they are doing their skit, Advice from one FGO CBH to the incoming FGO CBH. And that is otherwise known as the first gentleman of CBH. Welcome, Jim and Steve. No, okay. Did anybody else, I changed my mind. Did anybody else see the chickens in the back near the smoking things? Anybody? Chickens smoking pot on the land? No. Did I get that wrong again? Oh, yeah. Look at my husband. Everybody look at my husband. Yeah, he's big. Okay, I got it wrong. It's a chicken in every pot, right? Okay. Yeah, that was really bad. Are you guys ready to start?
Not yet.
Technical. Okay. Technical. Okay, food joke. Food word. All right, now I brought it cringing. Okay. God, I have to dig in my memory. Okay, so this guy's out on an island. No, there are a bunch of guys out on an island, and every day they walk under a tree. And they walk under this particular tree, and this bird goes to the bathroom on their head. Okay.
Oh, I know this joke.
And then everybody should know this joke. Oh my God. So then the next guy goes, okay, they're about right? Okay. The next guy goes, the bird poops on his head, wait, it's like, ew, disgusting, he takes his steps and dies. You ready?
Is there a punchline?
Yes. There is a punchline. I'll get to it. Okay, so there's a bunch of guys, they go, they wipe the poopy off their head, blah, 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 blah. So there's one guy, he sees all these dead guys walking around. He's like, I'm not wiping it off my head. And he said, why? He said, because when the food, wear it. All right, when the food shits, wear it. I was trying to be
Tara Silverberg! We need to direct your attention to the screen. Long-time CBH members will recall my tour of the land of tilapia at something we did for Rabbi Amy years ago. This is not as good as that. All right, Steve.
Okay, yes.
Here's my proposition.
Yes.
Behind every powerful woman, there is a supportive man. Let's see if we can prove this case with a series of historical examples. How about our matriarch, Sarah?
Well, Sarah.
Take note.
If I remember correctly, Abraham broke out laughing when God said that she was going to bear a child when she's 90 years old.
Yes, but he stood by her and even supported her wish to banish Hagar and Ishmael. So I think Abraham qualifies as a supportive husband.
Oh, maybe a little too supportive? And beyond being a matriarch with a mean streak a mile wide, was Sarah really a powerful person to begin with? How about Miriam?
How about Miriam?
Walking away doesn't make you quieter.
That's actually a good note. Well, how about Miriam? Well, when God punished...
We'll let the rest of you in on the joke in just a minute.
No, he's wearing a mic. That's the joke. He walked away. Well, so not this Miriam, the biblical Miriam. So a little bit of what do you call this? A learning opportunity.
Yeah.
So when God punishes Miriam for denouncing Moses, Moses himself cries out to God in her defense. She still gets banished for a week, a little skin condition, but that's still a very good example of a man backing up a powerful woman.
Okay. I think we're starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah.
But maybe there's a more contemporary case, something that the kids can relate to.
Oh, all right.
Now it's going on the screen.
So, how about Queen Elizabeth?
Queen Latifah. Yeah.
That doesn't look like Queen
Wait, somebody asked Queen Latifah.
Oh, that was Abigail Adams, wasn't it? That was
Should be back in the set. Amy Adams.
Madame Curie.
Lady Gaga. Gaga! Come back, hang on. Let's just forget Lady Gaga in the meat dress.
Go sure.
But, you know, we're not getting anywhere. Let's switch roles.
Okay, let's switch roles.
How about Golda Meir?
Golda Hawn. Goldie Hawn. Goldie Hawn.
Gertrude Stein?
Gloria Steinem.
Gloria Estefan?
Steffi Graf.
I don't know. I know.
It worked in rehearsal.
Anastasia.
Kim Kardashian.
A name I never imagined crossing your lips.
Well, just try to think of someone who's got a more powerful Twitter following. No? And you can't tell me she doesn't have a supportive husband. The one and only. Coming up. Her supportive husband. No, you skipped one.
Where is your supportive husband? There he is! Steve.
What?
Why do I think the next perm spiel is going to be all Kanye music? Well, Steve, it may not be where you typically look for a role model, but in your new position as first man of CBH, you could do worse than emulating Kanye West. Always celebrating together in public, turning important moments in your lives into fundraising opportunities. If you have another child while Cindy is president, you could name it
Mizrach. You get it? There's their kid's named Northwest or something like
Northwest and Mizrach is East India.
I didn't write the script.
Hey, I didn't write the script.
Hey, wait. Can we adopt, whilst I'm the first gentleman, can we adopt your 4 cats and name them Yadma, Vakedma, Tsapona, and Banekba?
Watch this, everyone. Watch the screen. Okay. Exactly. But I'll tell you the best part. It's when you melt into the background and you just sit back and you watch the amazing things that your wife does as the leader of this community. It will remind you over and over why you love her so much in the first place.
Is that something Kanye would do?
Well, maybe we should be talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Okay. Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
If Kim and Kanye divorce, can we still borrow your cats? Huh?
Yes!
All right, a couple of dedicated and wonderful husbands. Okay, now we are getting to the regular speakers and accolades directly for Pam. We're going to call up Diana for a few words, Rabbi.
I was a little worried, I was a little worried about coming after all the great entertainment. But I think it's gonna be okay. Also, I didn't get the memo that the goal was to tell really bad jokes, but I think I'm going to be right good company. Okay, so, Pam, put your phone away!
There's really good news.
Okay. Over the past few weeks, several years, while I was contemplating what to say to honor Pam's presidency of CBH, there just happened to be another president who was coming to the end of his term in office. And it seemed that every time I turned on the radio, or watched TV, or opened the newspaper, there was something about President Obama's legacy, and how much of what he'd accomplished would endure, and how much may be undone or reversed. And there was also a considerable discussion about the peaceful transfer of power that has served our country well for 228 years. So here at CBH, we have our own version of a peaceful transfer of power. Of course, we don't have primaries, or debates, or even elections. I'm pretty sure things they're saying are funny. What we have instead are individuals who care enough about this community to step up and make a commitment to lead us for 2 years. The president of CBH, of course, has a lot of help from the executive committee and the chairs of committees and the many, many people who volunteer their time. But it is still a big job, as you just saw graphically illustrated. Being president of the synagogue is the definition of public service. Hard work, long hours, little recognition, and no pay. It's not easy to lead a boisterous and robust democracy like Congregation Beth Tikva. And Pam has done it with grace and aplomb. Tonight is our opportunity to show Pam how much we appreciate everything she has done for our community over the past 2 years. We have shown her with food, which Pam certainly knows is very important, with songs and skits. I understand there will also be gifts. And so I'd also like to take a few moments to acknowledge Pam's legacy and her achievements. So first I want to talk about Pam's domestic agenda. Education policy was high on Pam's list of priorities. Under Pam's administration, CBH implemented a new initiative of a free-year religious school to families with young children. Pam brought back monthly Touch as a way to attract young families, and she was also instrumental in hiring a youth coordinator to increase teen engagement. Job creation and low unemployment are a hallmark of Pam's administration. I can assure you that anyone who wanted to work as a volunteer at CBH was immediately put to work. Deficit reduction. One of Pam's signature achievements was securing tenants for our building, which has enabled us to have a balanced budget. Support for the arts. Under Pam's leadership, music and art continue to flourish at CBH. Witness tonight. I wrote that before I moved. Animal rights. I think we all know how Pam feels about her cats. Agricultural and food policy. One thing people often mention about Pam is that despite her many duties as the leader of the free world of CBH, she is never too busy to make sure that her constituents are well fed, whether she's arranging for caterers, cooking for potlucks, or bringing wholesome snacks to board meetings. Civil rights. Pam's administration has demonstrated admirable concern for the rights of all people, those within our community and outside it. She has shown tremendous courage in tackling difficult issues that face our society. Infrastructure. I think you've got a little picture of what the challenges have been. Our old building has faced numerous difficulties over the past 2 years, from broken AC right before the high holidays, to water pouring out of pipe in the back hall. There was one day I was walking around the building and saying, I hear water running. What is that? And Pam arrived and I said, water running. Open the door where the little folding chairs are, and there was a huge pipe of water literally just pouring out. It may not be the most, what's that?
It's a new pond.
It may not be the most glamorous part of the job, but President Schachter oversaw the repaving of the parking lot and numerous other repairs that make our lives at CBH safe and comfortable. balance of power. As the executive branch of CBH, Pam was a thoughtful and cooperative partner with the clerical branch. Sorry, the analogy sort of broke down in separation of church and state. Pam guided me and helped me as I found my footing as your rabbi. In our weekly meetings, I counted on Pam's intelligence, caring, and prodigious problem-solving skills. I was always impressed by Pam's big vision and her ability to think about where we want to get to in the future and then back up to what we need to do today and tomorrow in order to achieve our goals. Pam also excelled at issues beyond the CBH borders. Diplomatic relations. Pam was a driving force in bringing the 3 summit synagogues together. We now have strong alliances with Reform and conservative communities in our area and are working together despite our differences to build a strong Jewish summit. Immigration policy. Congregation of Beth Tikva has a policy of welcoming all who reach our shores. I mean our doors. Pam made sure everyone was comfortable and felt at home, regardless of whether they were tourists visiting for one event or whether they became citizens, aka members. So I'd like to end with a few testimonials from Pam's cabinet, otherwise known as the CBH board. So these were comments that were made at Pam's last board meeting. Pam has the ability to listen to almost anything from almost anybody and to seriously take all opinions into consideration. Pam has deep caring and unending dedication to our community. Pam asks awesome questions that encourage all of us to think about things differently. Pam somehow handles responsibilities to family, to work, and the duties of being CBH president, when most of us can barely manage one of those things well. Pam is an inspiration to newer members of the board. Pam learned the daily schedules of board members and understood when they were most productive. If it meant having daily phone meetings at 7 a.m., Pam was all in. Pam smiles through it all. The work is endless, yet we see Pam smiling and laughing and staying cool-headed most of the time. No one's perfect. Do you have a comment, John? Rabbi Schachter?
I think I invoke the rabbi friend.
Penitent privilege.
I also want to give a shout out to the First Family. It's not easy to share your wife and mother with all of us, and we really appreciate your understanding and flexibility. So I can't end without a personal note, Pam. In addition to Pam's numerous presidential accomplishments, she went above and beyond by extending her friendship and hospitality to me and my family when we moved to Summit and hardly knew anyone. Pam somehow found time, we saw all the things that she already was doing, and she somehow found time to invite us to dinner, introduce us to her friends. She has an amazing number of friends who are rabbis, and share holiday celebrations with us. Pam has been thoughtful and considerate in many, many small and large ways, and she also gives really wonderful gifts. So Pam, this is your legacy as our president, and I promise that we will not overturn your accomplishments, but we will instead carry on the great work that you've done. And I trust that you will continue to offer us your vision and your guidance, intelligence, and caring for many, many years to come. So I do have a small gift for you, now that you might have a little time to read. So,
best meals out of the smallest cornucopias, who can make even the Zarevas sweet. Her last hoop to jump through for the moment. All the way down, you can walk right through it. You don't have to stay there tonight. There you go. Ta-da!
Would you like to say a few words? Sure. Is it Absolutely.
And you're
Well, thank you. I don't even know, because I tried and amazingly kept my nose out of tonight, who, besides Robin and the committee, specifically to thank for all the work. But thank you all, and you'll hear from me later, my lawyer. But really just want to say that it has really been a gift to me and an honor to see all the, the dirty underbelly that is really full of loving and caring and kind people who say yes and jump in and help and make, this, I always think of us as the little engine that could, and keep us chugging up the hill, get the electricity going back to the air conditioning, and make there be hot water again, and stop that pipe from, and also make sure that people who are in need hear from people in the community, and get a meal delivered to their door, and are greeted at the door when they show up for the first time, and have classes to come to, and their children educated, and all of those things that make this community a place that is just so incredibly special for me and for my family. And so I want to say thank you. And since I have a microphone, there's a lot of stuff happening kind of overwhelmingly in the world at the moment. And we all have different beliefs and wishes and hopes. And I'm going to ask people to do one last thing for me, which is tomorrow to find something to do for somebody else. That there's so many people in the world who need something right now. I feel like I have to stand up here and say, as the daughter of a German refugee who was torpedoed on the way to this country, but got here, and that's why I'm here. Whether you do something regarding refugees, or people who are hungry, or some other way in need, the world needs us. And this room is full of people who do things and make the world better. So pick one small thing that you can do, and I will feel immensely honored as I do tonight. Thank you.
We're going to put Robin on the spot now because it's her favorite place to be.
I think I'm going to prepare something a little bit different than I don't know if we'll follow.
That's right, funny's good, funny's good.
So, as many of you know, one of the responsibilities of the president of the synagogue is to make the presentations at the bar. So I feel a little bit kind of like that right now. In this bag, I do have a voucher for a free trip to Israel. So this is on behalf of the entire congregation. A few gifts for you. Now that you are a woman of leisure, and you have lots of time on your hands, we thought you could use a few of these things. So first up are king slippers. And then to accompany that, as you lounge around the house, a kitty nightshirt. you are lounging around, we got you a little something so that you never have to lift a finger again. An echo dot. Thanks for being here.
Nothing would be complete without the president passing the torch. The next president is going to jump through her first hoop now.
So before I get the torch, the TV torch. Remember that commercial from the 1980s for Lay's potato chips?
You can only eat.
You can't have just one.
Yeah.
Well, I would suggest cats are a lot like potato chips, which I guess you already know because you have 4 of them. And Pam, your cats are truly amazing. One can put together furniture from IKEA. The Schachters call it an assembly kit. Another one works for the Red Cross. That one's known as a first aid kit. And then there's one who plays all sorts of instruments. He's a musician. And one of Pam's cats does Shakespeare. Allow me to demonstrate, because I've heard this. Tabby or not tabby. So I figure someone who loves her cats as much as you do surely has room for another one. But I don't want to overburden you, so this one is a really small cat. Yeah, here you go. It's a really small cat. You know what, tell these nice people what you feed a really small cat.
Condensed milk.
Oh, I got you another one. This one is an invisible cat. Got it? Okay. Oh, do you want me to take something too? And tell these nice people what you feed an invisible cat.
Evaporated milk.
Oh, wait. Did I hear someone ask for a Jewish cat joke? Okay. What is a Jewish cat's definition of a mensch? Well, it's the same as mine. A person like him. That you have done and continue to do for CBH. Pass the torch. Could we have like a drum roll? All right. Would you like to take this?
Don't take it! Don't take it!
They really pulled the fur over my eyes. So, I don't actually have to move this. Cindy, I'm going to ask you to wait just a moment. Okay, we're only moments away from pulling our 50-50s. Who has the 50-50 basket? Somebody? Because we're going to need for it to be pulled. Okay. In just a couple of minutes, I'm going to ask Cindy to pull the 50-50, but before then, I want to send out thanks to the party planning committee. Everybody who went into putting tonight on is in the booklets that are on your tables, along with, I believe, the lyrics to the parody songs that were penned by the Catholics were handed out as well. The people who run this committee spent a lot of hours setting up tonight, rolling the little balls on the tables, having 500 conversations about the balls on the little tables, and all of that. And we're here decorating our synagogue. They really deserve a lot of credit. And who helps us with the sound and vision? Well, Myra Coltonieri and Steve Tonietti. We wouldn't be able to took the box? Oh, we're not ready. Oh my God, don't tell me I have to do more bad jokes. Okay.
Wait.
Oh, sweet.
Aside
The best.
that doesn't usually come out.
Excellent. This has been a favorite.
Let it all out, Pam.
My favorite joke of Jim's and mine for a really long time. Okay. Man goes to the doctor and he says, Doctor, sometimes me think me wigwam. But sometimes me think me teepee. The doctor says, don't worry, you're just too tense.
You see, she has a solution for everything.
All right, so Robin has the box. Cindy, would you come up and pull?
Never know.
How much they going I don't know. That's a good question.
What's the prize?
Half of the money.
$250.
All right. Go give the mic and read out the number. Just the person needs to, well, hopefully the person is here. We'll figure it out.
What am I reading? The number? 7, 4, 5, 1, 6, 6, 3.
That's it,
Oh, it's Connie.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who came tonight. As you know, this is one of our biggest fundraisers of the year, so this is especially important, not just to show appreciation for Pam, but also to help support the congregation. So thank you to everyone for being here, for sponsoring in the ad journal, for participating and everything else. We had many volunteers, too many for me to remember. I'm sure I would forget somebody, but please look at the page in your book. We really had a great group of people who contributed in a wide range of talents and abilities to make this night happen. So thank you very much to everyone.
And then when you have time and you have the wherewithal, stick around for some dancing. We got some great music. Thank you guys.